Howdy, and welcome to Broken Tool Garage. Working on the 1970 Dodge cab over here, getting it all cleaned up and patched up and sealed up and everything right there. So let's take a peek at where we're at now. So last time we worked on the floorboard here, and I've already cleaned and got dirt all over the nice new stuff I put on. But that's the rust encapsulator plus there. I've gone ahead and done our seams in here, cleaned out all of the seam seal, and I have the fiber, kitty hair fiber reinforced filler right there that I put on these holes. Now I've got tape on the back so we don't get the drippy McDougal's, you know, hanging down there. And if you wanted it smoother, you could do the opposite and put tape up here and do that if you had a hole that didn't need to be smooth, but there's a floor pan. So what I want to do next is start cleaning up this transmission tunnel in here. And I'm not going to paint this whole thing. This is the farm truck, military truck build. It's for my dad. I want to get it to my dad. This is not a full-on restoration. I need this cab off to do that. It needs a lot of repair, being able to turn it all the way around, get all the way underneath it. Media blast, we're not doing that. This is going to be a daily driver farm truck type build right here. So I'm trying to get it to him while he can still enjoy it, right? So I'm not going to paint everything. What I'll probably do is probably the line right here down is what I'll prime and just kind of shoot it up in there. The other floorboards. The primer I'm using is the oil-based primer. So all this little surface rust stuff right here, I don't have to get all that out. It's got rust inhibitors on it. Then I'll probably go ahead and just top coat that with a lizard skin because we're not going to carpet it, right? And I did all my fiber fill and I forgot that I had that gap there. Guess I get to do a little more on that. But anyways, that's part of it. Just doing little segments at a time, adding it up. We're about to be on the big one here, doing all the primer in here. Alright, that's the primer I used. That's the mess I made. And we'll go see what the other mess looks like. And there we are. Went up to that line I was telling you about. Almost forgot to do the kick panels right in here, right? I want to hit those right quick, but yeah, a couple coats of that primer on there and it's curing up. Once that cures up real good, I'll come in and scuff this real good, patch up any holes that I don't want filled in because that lizard skin is fairly thick. It'll fill up a hole. And the bolt over there, you know, patch up all that stuff that I don't want filled in. And that'll be it. We'll get the lizard skin on, but this is going to take, I'm going to let this cure for a few days. Want to make sure this is nice and cured, then it sands real easy. And we don't have to do much sanding. We're just going to red Scotch-Brite it. That's all we're going to do on this, and then wipe it down thoroughly and then shoot the lizard skin. Alright, did a lizard skin on here. If you want to know more in depth on how to put the lizard skin on and everything and all the prep, I have a video for that. I'm going to link that down below, and it'll be a card or whatever clicky at the end. But here we go. We're textured. We're on there. A little extra right where the feet are going to go. Now we're not quite done. Once this cures, I am going to do one more final coat over the top of this, not of lizard skin, but that's going to be a different video on there when we do all the finishing. And so you see I got my tape I got to pull off once it kind of dries up and everything a little bit. Now the thing about lizard skin, it is water based, but that doesn't mean you want to let it dry and then try to get it off there, because think of it like concrete, right? But anyways, we're sealed up the way I want it. Like I said, we'll do another final coat, but that's another video.